Hello and welcome to the Thryv video learning series. Today we're going to talk about creating an invoice. There are 3 paths to accomplishing this in Thryv. The first path is to search for your client first and then create your invoice. To start, navigate to Clients. Select your client you would like to send the invoice to. You can find them with the search bar in the top right or scroll through your client list. Once you've selected your client, click on New in the top left. From the drop-down, click on Invoice. This will bring up the invoice creation window. The second path is to create your invoice right from your Thryv dashboard. To do this, click on the New Invoice Quick Action. If you don't see this option available, you may need to customize your dashboard quick actions by clicking on Edit Actions. After clicking on New Invoice, search for your client. You can use the search bar or navigate through the list of clients. Once you select a client, the invoice creation window will appear. The third path is to create the invoice from the Sales tab. First, click on Sales. Next, click on New and then Invoice. The client search screen will appear again, where you can use the search bar or scroll and find your client. Once you've selected your client, the invoice creation window will appear. You can customize the From information on your invoice by clicking this drop-down. You can use this to edit the From address on your invoices, as well as add helpful information like your business phone number. If you'd like to save this information for future invoices, make sure you check the box here. Click on this drop-down button to customize the Bill To information on your invoice. Click on Add Recipients to send your invoice to additional email addresses. Keep in mind, only the originally selected contact will be able to pay the invoice or log into the client portal. Next, you can set the important information about this invoice. The invoice label will serve as the title of your invoice. If you change this, that change will carry over to future invoices you create. The invoice number will count up sequentially from your previous invoice. If you make a change to this number, it will sequentially count up from that number going forward. You also can change the issue date and due date of your invoice. Any change made here will only affect this invoice. If you want to change the default setting for due dates on your invoices, this can be done under Settings. If you need to change the currency used on your invoice, use this drop-down to do so. You also can add a purchase order number to your invoice. Note that this field is optional. Now it's time to add line items to this invoice. Click on Please Select an Item to open a drop-down of your services. From here, select the service you would like to bill for. Repeat this process to add more line items to your invoice. To edit an item that's already been added to your invoice, click on the pencil icon. From here, you can add a description to this item. You also can edit the price, or edit the quantity. To apply a discount to this item, first select the type of discount between either a percentage or a flat dollar amount. Then add the value of the discount. To apply a tax to this item, click on the tax drop-down. Your Save Taxes will appear. You can add a new tax from this screen or under Settings. Once you've made the changes you need to, click on Save to save this item. If you need to delete a line item from your invoice, you can do so using the trash can delete icon. If you would like to bill for a service that is not in your saved services, click on Add Custom Item to add that item in manually. Note that name and price are necessary fields for the new item. You can customize the layout of your line items with item headers. To do so, click on Add an Item Header. Next, type the name for that header and click on Save. You can also rearrange the order of your line items or move them underneath headers by clicking and dragging on the handlebar on the left-hand side of that item. Repeat these steps until you have the exact layout that you want for your invoice. You can add as many headers as you like and rearrange the items in any order. To customize how your prices appear, click on Customize Headers. Use the toggles to decide whether you want to show subtotals for each item header and to show prices for individual line items. Note that if a line item is not placed under a header, its price will always be shown. To assign a previously taken payment as a deposit against this invoice, click on Assign Deposit. In the window that appears, your client's previously taken payments will be shown. To apply that payment as a deposit, check the radio button for that payment and click on Done. If you would like to attach a document to your invoice, scroll down to Attach Documents. From here, click on Add Document. You can choose to upload a saved document from Thryv or one from your device. To customize the terms and conditions governing this invoice or add a note to your client, click on Terms and Notes. The default terms and conditions can be changed in your invoice settings. You can use the Note to Client field to add a special note to the client for this invoice. Finally, decide whether you want to allow your client to be able to pay this invoice online, and if so, whether to accept partial payments. Keep in mind these defaults can also be changed in your settings. Once you're ready, click on Send to send this invoice to the client now. Or you can click on Save Draft to save this invoice but send it to your client later. After sending, you'll be brought to the invoice within your Sales tab. If you have additional questions or would like more help, navigate to the Support Center in the bottom left. Here, you will find walkthrough guides, tutorial videos, and helpful articles in the Knowledge Center. You can also click on Contact Us. We're available 24/7 through live chat, or you can call the support number. You also can schedule an appointment with one of our service specialists.